And the first one up on the docket is the Seattle Seahawks, because this year they've been impressive. A lot of the times the NFC West has been tagged as one of the best divisions in football. This year it is not that. It is the NFC East. But the NFC West right now, atop that division, sitting by themselves, are the Seattle Seahawks, led by Geno Smith. This is the team that last year was led by Russell Wilson and missed the playoffs. Didn't play well the majority of the season. And this year, led by Geno Smith, everyone was expecting them to be in a rebuild. I do believe they had an over-under wins of 3.5, I think. And I do believe they've exceeded that so far. They whooped the Chargers this past Sunday. Does anybody in here believe the Seahawks are a legit team? Because I don't really know if I do, because I'm not sure about Geno. But every week, Geno seems to make a throw that I'm like, well, not just one throw. He makes multiple throws a game where it's like, oh, this guy's figured it out. Like, he's a late bloomer, but he's figured it out at the quarterback position. Nate, what are your thoughts on the Seahawks?
So coming from Phoenix, I hear a lot. I'm on Cardinals Twitter just because I'm on Arizona Twitter. So I get a lot of the Cardinals stuff. Cardinals are so confused right now. Honestly, I think at the end of the season, you might even see a coaching change. I think that's how bad it's getting in Arizona. People are just disgruntled with Kingsbury's lack of play calling. So there's dysfunction over in Arizona, who's probably one of the most talented teams besides the 49ers in their division. The 49ers, on the other hand, they have Christian McCaffrey. They have probably the most talent out of this division, but they're kind of dysfunctional too, adding a whole nother superstar into their roster. And so with the dysfunction on those other two teams, I definitely see Seattle making some noise. Geno Smith has been a great quarterback, figures it out. He has what's his name? Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf.
DK's hurt. DK's hurt, so I'm not sure if that's how, or if he's like seriously injured, or if it's just a minor injury. But we'll have to see. But they have Marcus Goodwin, who was like in San Francisco for a few years, and he was really good in San Francisco. Got hurt, people kind of forgot about him, and he's really talented too. Like, they on offense, like Rashad Penny has been one of the top running backs in the league this year in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Like, they run the ball well. They have guys to throw the football to. They have a decent offensive line. And Geno Smith, statistically, is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this year. Like, he has a better record right now than Tom Brady as a starter this year. He has a better record than Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Not something you'd ever think you'd hear, ever. The last stat you think you'd hear this year is that Geno Smith had more wins than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady as starting quarterback this year. And that's the case. I think they might be legit. They have some young guys at corner that are just really good. Tariq Wooden is quick. He's fast. He gets picks. He doesn't give up a lot of yards like Trayvon Diggs, which is great. Kenneth Walker. Oh, who did I say earlier was running back? Did I say Rashad Penny? Did I say Kenneth Walker?
You said Rashad Penny.
Rashad Penny's injured. I met Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker over the last few weeks has been very good at running back. He actually, just this week on one of his runs, he hit the top speed in the NFL at like 22-something miles an hour. Fastest a ball carrier has been measured this year.
Fast.
Super fast. This is an offense that can go. And when fully healthy, like, kind of scares me a little bit because, like, we've never seen anything like this where a quarterback that's been in the league for as long as Geno's been in the league, drafted in 2015, never been successful only up until 2022. Was it 2015 or 2013?
What?
Geno drafted. Might have been 2013. I could be 20. It's 2013, 2014 to 2015 that Geno was drafted. Never seen anything like it where a quarterback was not successful until 2022, 8 to 10 years after he was drafted. Wild. 2013. And this is the first year he's really been successful as a starter. That's crazy to me. You got something to say, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at his stats, like their team stats, like put up against their entire division, they are leagues ahead. Just in terms of stats of anyone else on their division, with like the
defending Super Bowl champion, Los Angeles Rams. Like,
yeah. Rams are like basically like half their stats right now. 49ers are in the dumps. Cardinals are even further below. Like, And actually getting to like your next point, the 49ers, like I think we can wrap the two of those into like one basically because Seahawks one, yeah, Geno is like looking extremely well. Um, but yeah, I see the Seahawks just taking this entire division and like running with it because unless the 49ers pull out like a rabbit out of a hat,
which they have on the offense. Like,
yes, they definitely can with their offense. But if that, like, if they're actually able to do that, is kind of the question at this point.
but does anybody in this room consider them a Super Bowl contender?
Absolutely not. I mean, you can give a monkey a bunch of power tools, but I don't think he's going to build a house anytime soon. Now, I'm not dissing on Kyle Shanahan, but like just in the sense of just because you have all these tools, just because you have all these weapons, doesn't mean you're going to be great. And so I think they're going to have to take some time to figure it out. Sorry, Shanahan, I didn't mean to call you a monkey, but
T-shirt. Got to put that on a T-shirt. Give. That's a great. That's an all-time quote from Nate right there.
I mean,
But
I just like
when we let's look at the 49ers real quick though, because they're the next team on the list in this segment. They have a lot of offensive firepower: Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. But Jimmy G is the quarterback. Do we consider them Super Bowl contenders?
no, they're not making it past the Eagles. Like,
I don't.
okay,
or the Cowboys or the
when I
Giants.
think about it, yeah, well, like when I think about it, like any team with like a viable defense, like say the Cowboys, say the Eagles, like
The Giants. I
do we
mean,
see any of those teams getting through that defense with like 49ers with their quarterback? And then with like the Seahawks, yes, their quarterback is looking very good. Oh, like even though their quarterback is looking good, can the rest of that offensive line really put in the work to get past these defenses? I don't know.
I must be the crazy one in the room because I think the 49ers are Super Bowl contenders. And I think the Seahawks aren't.
I mean, there's so many good teams in this NFC, and with the amount of dysfunction that's in the NFC West,
Is there?
huh?
Is there that many good teams in the NFC?
There's 3 teams in the NFC East that are making the playoffs.
And then there's the Vikings. But
Vikings.
who after that?
Why do we never talk about the Vikings though? They're like 5-1.
Well, I mean,
It's because Kirk Cousins. That's why.
Okay.
I will talk about the Vikings when Kirk Cousins performs on a primetime game for me. When Kirk Cousins blows me out of the water in a primetime game, I will talk about him. Until then, I'm not gonna. Why don't we talk about the Vikings?
Dude,
This is on me. This is
I
on
was
me.
really looking at it, and then the Vikings are like top of their division. I was just like, have we ever talked about the Vikings?
It's because they're just not interesting to talk about.
Okay,
Like there's
yeah.
nothing interesting going on.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at their record of games so far this season. Like
They're good.
Yeah,
They're a good team.
yeah, they're a good team. They didn't play anyone all that good except for the Eagles, and the Eagles stomped them 24-7.
See, that's why it's hard for me to talk about them because
I was like, wait, never mind.
actually, looking at this NFC, this is a horrible, like outside of the NFC East, like this is like one of the at least like everyone's bad. Top of the division, the Vikings are 5-1. NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are atop their division. They're 3-4, and they're not looking too great. And then Seattle's above their division. They're 4-3. And so I'm a believer in Seattle. So I think Seattle is making it, but I think the Rams are going to be a 7th seed, a 6th seed when it's all said and done.
I don't think the Rams are making the playoffs.
Sorry, not the Rams. Excuse me, the 49ers.
49ers.
That's what I was
49ers.
talking about.
Hey, they're in the game. They can win it. They got the offense to do it, though. You can't tell me they don't. The offensive weapons they have with McCaffrey, Samuel, Ayuk, Kittle, they have one of the top tight ends in the league. They have one of the best wide receivers in the league. They have one of the best running backs in the league.
Yep.
They have a decent offensive line. Like you can't.
In terms of offense, they have the offense. We understand, but whether they are actually able to utilize that offense is the main point.
But also, they're thinking about the teams that you're going to line up against in the playoffs as a 6th seed, a 7th seed. You're lining up with the Philadelphia Eagles. You're lining up against the Dallas Cowboys. You're like these are teams with talented defenses. And no matter how much firepower you have Micah Parsons, you have Fletcher Cox. There's just so many other players on top of the division with such elite defense and such elite players on defense where I'm like, I don't think you're going to beat them. And so 49ers, they're great. They have great offensive talent. I think next year they're going to be an elite team if they can figure it out with their quarterback.
Easy.